Hey, don't go in there. They're just doing crazy stuff.
Oh, you mean the hat?
Yes. An ordinary object so neat to compact.
Howdy. Do you ever just sit around and dream? I do all the time.
Sleeping, you're watching that dream come true.
Party, party!
I want to show you something I haven't been able to understand.
MagicSports.
That does it.
Well, here's a trick you don't see every day.
Cool.
Is this your card?
Can you stop it? Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
There are no gray elephants in Denmark.
We give him a lot of loss and a whole lot of meat.
So let's do it.
MagicSports.
My dream was to become a lady magician.
No, that's silly.
He was going for your throat! Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
MagicSports.
Nobody listens to me. I don't know why.
How can you develop your creativity in an art form with as many rules as magic? Break them. Many great new effects have been created when magicians have made mistakes and dealt with them on the spot. Improvising. One way actors improve and develop their improvisational skills is in a show called Theatre Sports, invented by Keith Johnston. Theatre Sports is an improv show based on two teams challenging each other to games and scenes. So, in 1991, Tim Ellis developed a series of games for magicians called, you guessed it, MagicSports. Many of the games are based on mistakes which have occurred in real life situations which put the participants under pressure and push their creativity to new limits. Other games are based on those developed by Theatre Sports. Here in Australia, MagicSports is usually played behind the closed doors of a magic club or at a convention as a late-night event. In Germany, the Flicking Fingers even play some MagicSports games in their public shows. Here's Tim Ellis to explain some of the games.
MagicSports is a series of games that will really help you to experiment, to jump out into areas that you've never tried before because you won't be afraid of failure. There are games like Drunk Tech, for example. Drunk Tech is a game that was developed when I saw a magician walk out onto stage to do a zombie ball routine. Now, in rehearsal, it was fantastic. Everything worked perfectly. Unfortunately, the technicians forgot to rewind his tape. So when he walked out onto stage and took his bow, all he heard was his music fading out. But he didn't panic. There's nothing worse than a magician just walking back off stage or going, fix the music. Suddenly the image of the all-powerful conjurer is down the drain. He persisted because he knew there was another track of music coming up next. So he performed the zombie to this other music instead. And it worked beautifully because he let the music guide the routine. He re-choreographed it on the spot. And when he came off stage, people said, wow, that was great. I've never seen you use that before. How long have you been using that music? And he said, about 3 minutes. So you see, the lesson is, go with the flow. In Theatre Sports, you're taught to accept every offer. Now, when I do the razor blades eating, for example, I used to use really heavy metal, hardcore music because I thought razor blades, dangerous, deadly, that's the way to go. But then I came across this quirky little piece of music called Lemon Tree. And I thought, yeah, that's the most inappropriate music for the razor blades possible, so I tried it. And it actually worked. The contrast of this quirky, happy little song with the act of eating razor blades really worked quite well. Now, that's not the song you heard earlier on the tape. That's a different piece of music because the song I wanted to use, I don't own the copyright to, so I couldn't do it. But you see, you can do tricks to different music. The one that I did on the videotape earlier was a composition by a friend of ours. But really, you can take your own act, take your favourite tricks and try to do them to any music. The more inappropriate, the more ludicrous, the more surprised you'll be with the results. You can even do it without going out on stage. Just play a video of your act and put different CDs in as background. Now, in MagicSports, we play that live. We'll have someone come out to do a trick, a routine, and then music is randomly chosen by the audience member. You only know the numbers of the tracks, you don't know the names, and music will just come up, and your job is to act according to the music. Let the music direct you. There are many, many games in MagicSports, and at the end of this segment, we're going to show you a whole list of games and all the rules so you can start playing them yourselves, at home, at the club, with friends, anywhere you like. This next game that you're about to see is called Arms Expert. What happens is you have 3 players from one team. One of them goes out and cannot hear what field of an expert he is in. The audience then decides what he does. For example, he might be a magician who's invented a new trick. In the example you're about to see, Sean Taylor doesn't know that he has invented a new trick, which is a levitating bra. Everybody else knows it, but he doesn't. So the interviewer, played by me, is going to ask him a series of questions. Sue-Ann is playing his arms, and she's going to try and help him to understand, purely by arm gestures, what this trick is. So let's take a look.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Tim.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Are you enjoying Prism?
Immensely. We've had such a successful dealer's stand that I've had the best time ever.
Really? And I heard you had a fantastic new trick.
Absolutely fantastic. #1 selling item at the convention. In fact, I hope to have one here, but it's a total sellout, so I can't even show you a sample.
You can't even show me what it does?
Well, I can describe it to you.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, it's a fairly feminine sort of a trick.
Really? So something the Japanese female magicians would do, is it?
No. Oh, right, okay. They need to be a little larger, perhaps European.
So what does this trick involve?
Well, it starts and builds towards the end. It's a levitation, sorry.
Levitation, all right. So what levitates?
Well, the breasts of the performer. We call it lift and separate.
So what actually is this new device that you've got?
It's a bra.
The bra, the levitating bra?
Yes.
Fantastic. We hope to get some soon. Thanks, Sean Taylor.
Now this game is one of my favourites. It's called Make a Trick. At the start of every game of MagicSports, 3 objects are selected. Those 3 objects are donated by the audience, and one team will select them and give them to the other team. The other team then has maybe 45 minutes or so to come up with a trick featuring all 3 objects. Now, this performance you're about to see features myself, Thomas Frapps and Gaston of the Flicking Fingers. The objects we were given were a computer mouse, a piece of butter, and a bottle of vitamin pills. Great ingredients for a magic trick? Well, we thought so.
Hi and welcome to Science Today. We are here today to look at a fantastic new invention, one of the greatest new pieces of modern magic. And now, please welcome Professor Frapps. Professor, can you tell us a little bit about your new invention?
Well, it's a computerized, mouse-operated magic robot working with the n-dimensional Hilbert space and quantum operators.
A magic robot?
Yes.
Well, we've got to see that. Can you bring him out?
Well, of course I can.
Wow. He looks so lifelike. He looks exactly like David Copperfield.
It was a little bit difficult from a quantum mechanical point of view to imitate David Copperfield, but I succeeded.
And tell me, can he do like, for example, I happen to have a butter here. What could he do with that?
Well, he can do almost like anything.
Well, if I was to take the butter just here, could he maybe make it disappear?
Of course he can.
But is there maybe a scientific explanation to that magic trick?
Well, kind of. He just disintegrated the molecular formula of the butter and sent all the atoms through the fourth dimension into a wormhole, so it's coming back basically right into the molecular structure of your skin.
Right, it's going to come back here?
No, it's melted into your skin right now.
It's not even sticky. That's incredible. So how does he get it back?
Well, no problem.
That is great. Does he have any other tricks he can do?
Well, he can do the same trick just with himself, so he just pretends to vanish the butter by, again, disintegrating the molecular structure of this three-dimensional butter into his two-dimensional hand by squeezing everything, heating it up.
Professor, I think something's gone wrong. This is terrible.
No, this is not terrible. This is Microsoft. We have to use here some acetate tissue paper. Okay, so you just go here, and then we need the special Revenol super power pill.
So he's not just...
No, actually, he's also physico-chemical. So we just put the pill into his right ear, and he should be able to work again. Basically.
Very pleased.
Well, maybe I just have to reattach everything very fast here.
Tell me, Professor, while you're getting organized, for example, as you borrow some money.
I think so, yes, of course. Tissue paper, no problem.
Tissue paper. Maybe a $50 bill, perhaps? Would that be
whatever.
Some money?
Whatever.
Some money? Oh, he's looking. I think you better do what he says. Just a $50 bill. We'll do something. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. If you could just remember the serial number. There we go. It's a subtlety. Here we go. So take the bill like this, and he can just make this disappear like he did with the butter.
We try. It's just a new program, but no problem.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
And now watch where it reappears. Oh. Malfunction again.
Does he need some of those pills again or something?
I think so. Oh, not only a pill. There's butter inside.
What?
Yes, there's butter inside. Have a look yourself. I'll get this
cute.
And what he did.
He looks a little happier now. But this is impossible.
He just mixed quantum mechanics with relativity theory,
Which means it's very slippery button.
he accelerated the bill to the speed of light, and it grows, and grows, and grows.
And inside the butter,
Yes.
At the start of every MagicSports round, it's good to have a bit of a warm-up. And we have a game called Props, which is really fun. The audience will donate a whole bunch of items, just things from their pockets, put them into a bucket. Everybody lines up, all the performers line up on stage, and an item is chosen by the MC and handed to each performer down the line. As you get the item, you need to do a trick, a bit of magic, or a bit of business with that piece of item. Have a look, see what you think.
Do you ever just sit around and dream? I do. All the time. You know, when I was a young boy, I always dreamt of being an old man. Walking through the snow. And so one day, I was able to take my uncle's cane, and as my uncle fanned it vigorously,
This next game is called Emotional Rollercoaster. It's based on the theatre sports game of the same name, but the difference is the magician is going to perform a trick while expressing a whole range of emotions. Now, the audience has already called out a whole gamut of emotions which have been written down on a pad. The opposing team have a bell, and at any point during the performance they can ring the bell, and the performer must change his emotions to match the trick. In this case, it's Helge Thun, and he's an expert at emotional rollercoaster.
Well, I have this, a couple of dice and one cup, and if I could just ask you to examine that the dice are not sticking together, there's no magnets in there, they have different numbers on each side.
You get superstition.
suspicious.
You got another one? See, there's only 3 here. Yes, Anna. Turn around. Turn around. All right. Open up your arms. Yeah, like so. Okay.
You fall in love.
There it is. Thank you so much. You saved my trick. Have a seat, and I will perform the whole thing just for you. What's your name? Tim. All right. Tim.
Hyperactive.
Okay. Right, Tim. I'll do an extra just for you. You know, I'm just doing the trick for you, because you see, Tim. What you do is basically see, normal people would just put one die inside the thing, and they would just and after a while, when they throw the die, of course they only get a 2, because 2 is just beginner's luck. Okay, I always get a 2. Try to get a 6. I've been trying all kinds of ways, doing kind of juggling acts in between or something. I've tried 2, to increase the chances, but I always get 2! Okay, but I don't care. See, I don't care. Yeah, I'll just go on with that. And I'll just take 3. I just take 4, because now I get at least 4.
Impression.
But you know what? whenever I try the trick and try to throw the dice, it never works. It never works with me. Because they always build up to one, you know. They never run a table like that. I can never play dice. Because whatever I do, they always build up. I spread it in so many ways. I go back and forth, but still they build up. I can't do it. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they always build up. I suck. So even if I only get 2 at a time, they always will build up. And if I take 2 and 2, they always build up. But, you know, that picture of the dice. I really have to hold my horses. Because I just want to take one after another. You know, just take them one by one. Take them all over to my side and build them up again. And you know what? Whenever I do this, if I do it one more time, you know, in the end, something big will come out of them. In the end, of course, you already know this, it's gonna be white. That little drop of pleasure that I get from it, you know, that really, for me, is the end of everything.
There are many, many games you can play in MagicSports, and good games, simple games you can play at home just as a developmental thing are games like translator patter. So, for example, you might be very nervous, you may not have anything to say when you do your magic. So just speak gibberish. Just do the trick and go. Now you can do that and perform the trick, and you'll be surprised how many tricks actually still make sense. If you want to take it a step further, have a friend translate for you. So you might say, and they go, oh, he said pick a card. Sign the card. So your friend translates for you, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got to think of something really clever to say when I do my trick. And you can actually develop an interesting character, maybe a foreign visiting magician. There are lots of other games that can help you to develop your performance and your presence and your character, your act, everything. Have a look at what we've got to offer. Try MagicSports. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and it will really benefit your performance and the development of magic as a whole.
Lady magician.
No, that's silly.
He was going for your throat!
MagicSports.